Queso, not queso. Queso's good. I'm gonna shut the camera off in a second and figure out how I'm gonna do this, because the review you're about to watch, no idea how long it's gonna be, no idea what the wallpaper is yet. Well, that one's cute. But we've got a lot of dongle DACs. We've got the THX one, we've got this Hit Is slapper, we've got a bunch of stuff from DD Hi-Fi, we got this what the hell's that one? The Acco. I just got this other one from Ico, I think. Yeah, another Ico. So and give me a second to organize. I'm gonna see if I can get all my phones working, and I'm gonna give a full conglomerate review of a fuck ton of dongle DACs. Burb. I picked that cute wallpaper because this requires 2 devices to interconnect, and that's what we got. I have 3 fucking phones. My new phone, the Sony that's going to get reviewed. I got my original Z2 Force and the newer refurbished Z2 Force. So I got 3 Android phones, and I'm going to go over what we actually have here because I've sort of laid it out. So this is the new Ico. What's the model number? I'm not actually opening any web pages for this, by the way, because it's just too much. This is the Zerda ITM01. So I had an old Zerda. Now it's a new Zerda. I'm not sure if this is going to have a fiber optic. We'll find out when I plug it in. But multiple buttons and a detachable wire system, which is why there's a shit ton of wires here. We'll get to that. I've got 2 Hiddies. I got the S3, which is a little fucking mace. And I've got this one, which is the most interesting of them all, which is like a chunky backpack. Then I've got also the Hiddies S9 Pro, which it looks like a BTR5 competitor, but no Bluetooth. It's just literally a plug-in DAC amp. Then I've got the Ico I forget the damn ITM05, which is another backpack one, but like it's like a 1.5 years old. I didn't actually get to it. Why are you ringing? Flash flood warning. Great. Then I have the THX Onyx, which is the one everyone's jacking off about, so I have to pull this thing out for the part of the review. Then here is the pile of DD Hi-Fi stuff in all the weird shapes you expect from DD Hi-Fi. Like this one looks like an I, and then there's this one that's like a T, and then there's this one that's literally a fucking L, and then the one that's a little triangle. So I got to do all those, and I brought up the control. This is the control. This is the $8 Apple dongle. So it's USB-C to just 3.5mm. That's it. That's like $8. Everything here had better beat the Apple dongle, because everything here costs more than that. The 3 headphones I brought out. I bought a actual usage case, AKG K361s. Easy to drive, comfortable, light, closed, perfect for actually going on the go with something like this. I brought out the, what are you fucking crazy? T60 argons, T50 argons, not the T60 argons. So these are non-balanced, so they're 3.5mm, 3.5mm. And then should I actually get something that's balanced along the way, I have the Klipsch HP3s, which are running a Pentacon connector, but I also have an adapter to go to 2.5mm in case one of these is balanced 2.5mm, like that one I think does, but that one does 2.5. Point is, depending on what headphone works, I'm going to try the different headphones. The easy to drive, the hard to drive, and then I can do balanced. That's it. Links to these things in the descriptions if you're interested in any of them. Ready? Let's begin, and I'm going to have to stop again, and then actually, fuck, this takes so long. Camera. Here's how we've got this going down. The first thing I tested was the Apple dongle. I gave it full range on this, on that. I didn't bother with converting it for that, but it was all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It gets the job done. But I picked the 3 that are most like the Apple dongle for the first round, and that would be this advanced. I forgot to point out I have an advanced one because it's advanced. And it's a high-res 24-bit 96 kilohertz, and it is probably the most normal looking. Like you pick it up, and if you didn't know that there was a 3.5mm to USB-C, you probably wouldn't even know you had a dongle DAC on there. Kind of looks like the default one that came with my Motorola's. And it is everything is way more powerful than the Apple one. And I know we're only doing 361s right this second. And I've actually got Fubar playing FLAC direct off of this. Then I have, this is Spotify, And then this is Amazon Music, because I don't have any more SD cards than these old ones. So I can't pull FLAC. And I can't connect to Spotify on all the devices. It'll just be like, which one do you want to play on? You can't do this. So 3 different sources, playing 3 different genres of music, all at the same time. And that's how we're doing this. I will say, with the advanced one, presumably, if we presume that all the audio is coming through, it's good enough, clean enough, and I'm not hearing differences in like the compression algorithms, then the advanced is probably the most normal sounding of these 3, at least these particular 3. The Hideys S3 Pro and the TC35 Pro. Why are they both Pro? You could just put Pro on it. Oh, by the way, one thing this advanced does not say is MQA. And both of these say MQA. In fact, the center of this one is MQA. And the back of this one says MQA. So there we go with that. But don't hold that against them. No one's going to use it for that. I hope you're not. Oh, but MQA is better than lossless. Mandalorian's playing. I also forgot how good the 361s are. So let me get a quick roundup of sound. This one's probably the most linear. And all 3 of them are powerful enough. Fine. Most linear. Probably the softest is this one. The Hideous. The little round one. Probably the softest to listen to. And I like the feel of it the most. Like, this is like, just completely ignore the fact you have a dongle DAC. This actually, like, I like this cylinder. And it's a twisted wire, which is kind of a bad thing. I wish it was a weaved wire, because you could just accidentally do that. And all of a sudden now you've untwisted your wire. Blue LED in the middle. Nothing. And then this is nothing. Warmest sound. We'll put them on that for a second. But another thing I noticed, only the DD Hi-Fi recognizes the fact that I've unplugged the headphones and pauses the music. This one still playing. This one still playing. This one paused. Plug this one in. I like the shape of this. This like little, it's like, it's not a teardrop, whatever you'd call like the shape of an eye. The problem is the corners are fucking sharp. Like, I didn't realize it till I went to go unplug the headphones and I did this and I pushed and I'm like, ah ha ha ha. Like, that is fucking painfully sharp. Nice every other way to grab onto it. You can grab it like that and unplug it fine. But as soon as you catch that on something, that needs a fucking rasp. Just start bastard rasping that down. A better wire, because it's a sealed vinyl with the twisted wires inside of it. This one actually has the smallest head, actually. This one has a large head, small head, medium head. Sound signature of this one. So let's get into the DD Hi-Fi. Most bass. This is definitely, I know this is Princess Boss's playlist, and it's probably got a lot of like low end stuff, but like Glass Animals I know. And I feel like this one's adding a flavor of low end, but at the expense of, we are at like 60% volume, and it's perfect. Bassy, great, clean. As soon as you start pushing it, I start detecting like a little bit of like, it doesn't like to be up at high. So whether this one is as powerful as like, say, the Hideous, let's see. Hideous gets fucking loud. That is ridiculously loud. I'll lower the shit out of that. That's Hypnic Laserhawk. This is nothing but net retro new wave. This is Boss's playlist, and this is the FLAC I keep local. So it's a fun little place for dancing around. Yeah, no, this is probably, of sound-wise, I'd probably take the Hideous of these 3. Although if you're not pushing it, and you throw this on there, the fact that it actually realizes I've unplugged it is also fantastic. Ariana Grande. Yeah. You keep this in its happy range, it's great. This one's softer overall, kind of like that. And this one's probably the most linear, and most people will just be like, that's perfectly fine. All 3, I think I'd take over the Apple dongle. So, who's the winner? Yes. Moving on to the next round. I say next round, what I meant is change to the Mad Dogs. Wow, I'm really fucked up. Change to the Argons and max them out and see how loud it gets. This is playing Argons cleanly off FLAC, off the advance. No distortion, not quite loud, but playing the Argons, which is like an impossible task. So let's move to this one. This is also playing the Argons, although I believe it has gone from warm to bass monster because I have it maxed out. It's playing them. It might be a little bit too warm. Like, I think it sucked all the detail out of it with this amount of fucking weight. So now we'll go back to this one, which I already said was hot when we turned it up. Let's see how it does with the... You know what? This is actually the loudest. This is pushing it the loud. That's at a clip. That's listenable. And it isn't sounding like it's distorting. I think it was something to do with the lightweight, easy to drive, that it was just like, it's got such high gain. Hanging around downtown by myself. All right, if you're playing with Argons, DD Hi-Fi is the way to go. No distortion, no distortion, no distortion. Best volume. Yeah, I'd take this one. Okay. Like Disco Superfly. And it pauses. All right, now we're on to the next batch. So there's your little bit of thing, like linear, warm, apparently powerful, but don't try to put easy to drive shit on it. But those are the girls from the Zombie Land Saga, isn't it? But the cat girls now? Like, just, I don't... Art, man. Where does it come from? So, I've got the THX Onyx here. I've got the Ico Zerda ITM01 here. And I've got the Hideous S9 Pro here. That's the way we're running it. Those are the three. This one's certainly the one everyone's looking forward to the most. No one's even heard of these. In fact, this one just arrived like 3 days ago. And this one's been hanging around for a while. So... initial listening test. My God, the THX Onyx. I get why people are jacking it left-handed to the THX Onyx. It is a very, very clean thing. People call this the first THX DAC, but it's still using a Sabre DAC. It's just a THX amplify. People are calling it a DAC, like a true DAC. Like it's still using THX amplification. It's just, you know, in a little tiny dongle. And by little tiny, actually, it's one of these three that I would probably like to use the least for the fucking form. Because it's got this long ass, like 5-inch fucking extension. And then a goddamn gum. It's like gum. It's like a package of gum. And you can't bend it more than that. So that's a big fucking thing there. That it gets in the way a lot. I used it before this review, obviously. And it's just like, I feel like it's awkward. Like I would love this to like strap here or be long enough to go behind it and strap this way, or even just put a loop tie there. So at least it's just only taking up that much space instead of all of this. The three indicators indicate, I believe, different levels of what's playing. Oh, this phone, the new Sony phone, if there's no headphone plugged in, it may or may not pause, but if there's no headphone plugged in, it's going to play on its own speakers. So I have to unplug this, then I get play on that, and John Lennon will play, but then it figures it out and puts that on and then pauses it again. So that's interesting. By the way, it has this MQA. It's got a flag on it that I left in it because I'm annoyed by this fucking stupid thing that tells me that what it is and that it has MQA and that it's the Onyx. It is very pretty otherwise. But yeah, no, I'm going to switch to this in a bit and we'll give that the actual listen. But yeah, no, I am sold on why people love it. It's got clarity and separation, and apparently that's Coldplay's Cozy Mad from the Climax soundtrack, which is a movie that Jay Bauman was like, oh my God, this movie is insane and its soundtrack is amazing. So you know who Jay Bauman is, right? I just put it on my phone. Yeah, no, that brings back the memories of when I first heard a THX 789, and it was like, oh, everything else is garbage now. Ooh, yeah, that's clean. Okay. Pauses it now? Pauses it. That's clean. But I was sitting here, and both of these nearly killed me because they have the power. Now, again, I'm not sure if this is just coming from the fact this is FLAC and this is Spotify and this is Amazon Music. But this one, this ICO that I just got with the replaceable wires, we'll go over the wires for a second, is just bigger sounding than the fucking THX. This is probably the most pure and accurate thing. But this just sounds more open. There's a reason I don't have any THX amplifiers in my stack, because you get the fucking burst in with the op amps and it does a thing and it's like, wow, now my music is what I want to listen to. So the ICO, ITM01, actually has, it sounds like I'm getting wider soundstage. Again, that could just be fucking Spotify doing some weird shit. But everything I listen to, everything on this play, what the fuck is that? My phone's having a seizure. Everything on this playlist is just more spacious and more dynamic than it is on the THX. THX is cleaner. THX, you could plug this into a $20,000 stereo system and use it as your jack, and I guarantee it'll be fine. This is adding a little bit of IFI X bass and 3D surround. Just a little bit of flavor to the whole thing. And since it is the newest one to arrive, literally this arrived 3 days ago, it actually has features. First of all, buttons. Volume up and down, play, pause, next track, last, I think 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it restarts the track. So 1, 2 is next track. Oh God. It's searching things. Something about vaping. All right, on pause is 1 press. Volume, press. So I'm playing 2 presses is next track. So you could actually control it. It is a wide boy. But, you know, in the world of these things, getting buttons is like a fucking miracle. There was that one X Duo that had buttons, and it was only volume, and it was fucking, it doesn't matter, I was sold. So it has volume and track control. So if you leave your phone in your pocket and this is sticking up out of your pocket, you have full access to control your media. It's got LEDs on both sides to tell you various information, I'm sure. And then we got to get to the wire system. By the way, this is at about 55% volume to make me happy. This one's at about 70% volume to make me happy. And the Hitties, which also pauses the music. Loud is about 40% to get me happy. Well, you know what? All right, before we get to that, because I still have to try that unbalanced. This, THX good. ICO, detachable cable, but that's not a normal cable because this wire is fucking weird. In fact, this isn't the wire it comes with. These are the wires it comes with, which is just a black version of that wire. And it seems perfectly fine. And it comes with USB-C, it comes with Lightning, and it comes with a long mofo, which is specifically a long USB. So you can use this on your, I guess you'd use it on your laptop, but you can actually use it on your whole damn computer because it's nearly 6 feet fucking long. And they've all got this same magnetized, insane connector. Like it almost wants to plug itself in. It's that good. You plug it in and there it is. And it doesn't matter, it's reversible, whichever way you want to go. So you do have that. I kind of like... Why doesn't that want to go in? Oh, is it not reversible? I don't see a notch. Hold on. That one goes in that way. Drop this shit down. Let me see what this one does before I say something wrong. No, that goes in that way. And that goes in that way. I tested it. They both go in either way. And apparently, ICO sent me the upgraded cables, which it's USB cables. The magnets stick to fucking everything. But these are nicer looking. A little more flexibility. Look at the size of this one. It actually, the nicer cables Which I'm saying they're nicer because they're probably more expensive. Came in this box with an anime girl on it, so obviously I'm going to talk about it. This is the ITM ICOFficial ICOFull cable, iOS Type-C USB. So the ARC FFLO10. And they're just nicer looking cables. You'll get a standard black one, which is just fine. But I'm dicking about with where'd the unit go? Give me the unit back. Plug you in. Oh, like I was saying, I kind of like the fact that the wire is detachable. Like we're talking about the Hideous, and the Hideous has a detachable USB-C to USB-C, which I had backwards, and I couldn't figure out why the fucking thing wasn't working because it's an OTG cable, and if you don't get the OTG cable in the right fucking order, things go bad. But I reversed it and it works fine. But this, if you asked me which one I was going to take out, I would take this one to show people and make them listen to headphones. I'd probably take this one, because if you fuck up, it gets caught on something and yanked. This is going to destroy something. This is just, there's no detaching this. It's a nice silicone tube with a big like motherfucking This actually doesn't fit in my old phone because the case was not big enough. There's a pretty wide space around it, but look at the fucking size of this. That's huge in comparison to like every other USB-C connector you're gonna deal with. That thing is massive. So you may not even get it in your case. I'm trying to give you the goods and the bads. It sounds fucking amazing. It doesn't fit in most cases. Put that on. Pause Acid 8000. This, I like the safety of having the wire come out. If the wire breaks, ICO obviously sells another one. If this wire breaks, well, SOL. If this wire breaks, this is just a USB-C to USB-C. Actually, it's got purple inside of it. That's pretty. Plug you back in. Turns blue, then it turns whatever color I think is playing, so green. So obviously that's for that. I really like the fucking ICO. Now let's move on to this, which, of course, that song fades out at the end. Clear, not quite as clear as the THX, obviously. Warm and wide, not quite as warm and wide as the ICO. But oh my fucking God, is it powerful on these AKGs. And I'm not even on the balanced output. Now, I'm not sure if the balanced output on this, because it's a 2.5 millimeter. I'm not sure if that is truly balanced or just conveniently offered to you and it will wire in correctly. It says, according to the manual, that it is a balanced connector. It doesn't necessarily say balanced output. Yeah, I have, again, as long as it beats the Apple dongle, it's getting a recommendation. This beats the Apple dongle. And it's just, I'm 50% volume, perfectly satisfactory. Like, it almost killed me because so the battery died while headphones were on and I couldn't tell. So I did like 15 more minutes of that. And now I'm going to go back and redo it. So I was talking about this one. And this one is definitely the most powerful of the three. In fact, I gotta put my little wad of blue tack back. Of the three on the AKGs. I'm just gonna skip over that. Let's get right to the fucking balanced. Because it's the only one in this group that has balanced in 2.5. I don't think... Holy fuck. Why disturbed? This is... Why is it so loud? Oh, it wasn't even 100%. That was at like 70%. Because I went to that one before. When the battery died, it was okay. It's okay. And it's one of those ones that just, you know... My poor HP3s, baby. You okay? I mean, they're clipped. They should be able to handle a little bit of disturbed. So, yeah, but that's 50% still. 50% on HP3s. Balanced output. Don't think it's much more powerful. But it's dumb. Hold on. Crave you. Oh, you wish you had paused this playlist. Yeah, if it's more powerful, I'll show you why I think it's not actually truly balanced. Because we're going to switch off of these for a second. Because I just needed to prove that the balance worked. And we're going to put back these, or I'm going to put back these. And we're going to work backwards down the table again. Because I already did this once. These take argons to 110% of listenable. If I go to maximum, these are hard drive headphones, and this is doing loud shit to them. Not distorting, just loud. Lower that thing. What are you, crazy? Okay. That's the loudest thing I've ever heard in a dongle form. Moving on to the ICO. Plug this in. Unpause it with the button that we have. Now this I have 1 notch below maximum. And it's the ideal volume, and the bass is perfect. It's wide. I could hear it. Whether that's Spotify doing something to this music versus FLAC versus Amazon Music, I want to listen to this the most. Spoilers of the 3. Wait. Oh, it's so clean. It's clean and warm and wide, and the buttons are here, and it's powering argons and double tap for next track. I only tapped. I tapped too slowly. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. Tap. All right. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. I know I can get it. There you go. You got to tap it just right. And then it goes next track. Yeah, if I had to take argons out, these, except, here's what happens when you plug T50 argons into the THX. You need to max it out, maybe down 1 click, barely, but then you grasp like, oh, that's the clearest unit. This sounds great. This is probably the best sounding one. Just like the Burston's the best sounding probably amp, or the Singzer. But then this, you get that THX, and it's just like, I understand. This is the most audiophile of the 3. Of the 6 I've done so far. It definitely it throws no distortion. It's dead silent when there's nothing playing, like a quiet. Right now, this is Quite a Soldier from The Mandalorian Season 2. And it's very quiet, very, very subdued track. And there's no hiss, there's no static, there's no noise. It's doing the THX thing. Now, this could be because it's FLAC versus Spotify Premium versus Amazon Music, whatever, non-HD HD. But yeah, this sounds like FLAC. So I would probably compound that onto the THX Clarity, onto the FLAC, onto Fubar playing it. If I had to show off a pair of headphones, I'd probably do it with these THX. If I was selling you a pair, this is the most honest. But if I was listening, just for fucking listening fun, these have a little bit more width. These are just a little bit wider, a little bit warmer. I'm okay with that. Give it to me. Yeah, no, and they're throwing more bass through the argons. Whether that means it's more power or just what they're doing, which is what the dongle is doing as far as sound, I don't know. Okay, so now that's done. Finally, again, the second fucking take. I hope I talked about the wires that came with this. No, did I talk about how I don't like the fact that this is an attached cable? Because these are both detachable cables. It's a 3.5mm to 3.5mm OTG cable. This is that specialty Zerda cable, which has a magnetic thing in the top that pulls out. And then you can switch it to, if you want to have USB-C or fucking Lightning, or it's got the very long USB one to plug it into the back of a computer for some reason. And instead of it just being like a 2-foot long one for maybe a laptop, it's like a fucking mega one. These, by the way, are the extra ones that come with, I I think I showed this. I'm not sure what I showed off in the last clip, so I'm just doing it again just in case. The anime fucking girl. She's kind of anime. Echo! Turn off burn-in rig. That was burning in things. Very loudly. Oh, I have the headphones there. So yeah. Everyone's going to say get THX. I'm not going to deny how good it fucking sounds, but I'm also not going to be like, well, these are all garbage because this exists. There's a place for all of these. This has fucking buttons and is just, it sounds bigger and wider than the THX. But the THX wins as far as fucking clarity. Like, it just, that's it. Nothing on this table I will fucking beat the THX. Hands down. Haven't even listened to some of these yet. I just know the THX is going to take it. So, all right. So this one is sort of like the mixture between the two. The most powerful by fucking a long shot. Dumb as fuck power. It's getting a little warm. I don't know how they got that much power out of my old ass phone. What's that warning? Floodwatch. Floodwatch in my old town. That's how old that phone is. That phone has never even seen this house, like, as far as, like, what knows what's going on. It is, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that one's, like, the middle ground. This one is, like, the full fun fuck with buttons. And this one is obviously the, what's the word? Is this the valedictorian? Obviously the best student at school, right? But would you really want to be the valedictorian? Or would you rather be the jock? Which is this one. Or this is just you. Hopefully somewhere between the jock and the fucking valedictorian. Moving on to the next bundle of bullshit. Let's see how that works out. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. Okay, so DD Hi-Fi TC35 Pro Type C 3.5. That's suicide for any phone because that's a giant pivot point just to destroy your USB-C. Afraid to even plug it in because that's just like, I mean, it kind of puts it off at a nice angle. I don't know if I trust USB-C that much to be that robust. Little blue LED comes on. As far as sound quality, on these, it's average. I don't think it's doing anything better than the Apple dongle. In truth, I mean, it's got more power. Yeah, no, it's got a lot more power, but I'm not feeling this one quite as much as any other ones. Yeah, no, and lower the shit. That's also a bad song. So, this one's average and a weird shape and no one's gonna fucking get it. This one, give it a second. Blue LED. I had to borrow the hideous wire because the only wire I had with it was for a lightning. I'm not sure if I lost the wire. It may have had. A little USB-C cap. I'll keep on that. That's the weirdest motherfucker ever. Why is it an L? Why is it Tetris? TC35 Pro. They're all the same fucking model number. DD Hi-Fi Y. DD Wi-Fi. DD Wi-Fi. Actually, DD Wi-Fi is probably a thing. This one, where this one sounded like okay, this one might actually sound worse than the Apple dongle. This one sounds sharp, which is nice because that means they're not all the same internals and I'm just lying to myself because I legitimately don't want to listen to this one. It's weird. That's a bad shape because it'll damage something. That's just a fucking weird shape for no reason. And it doesn't sound like it's got a lot of harsh highs. The highs get brought up a lot. It's like crunchy. They're like Mitch Murder. Yeah, so that's a no. The problem with this DD Hi-Fi is I can't plug in either of these two headphones because this one's balanced only. And I think I read somewhere that even though it's got a Pentacon and a 2.5, it's not actually balanced internally. It's just, fuck you. This is for people who want to take balance on the go. We're giving them the options. Might be wrong. Check the link. See what other people are saying. But can you guess the model number of this one? It's the TC44B. It's not the 35C Pro. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, this fucking thing has been sitting around and everyone's been like, Zeus, you see this thing? You see this 2.5, 3, 4 little dongle? And it's the TC44B USB DAC, and it's a triangle. It's got an attached cable, which I said in the previous group, I didn't like attached cable, but I mean, I understand it. You plug this fucking thing in there. which looks hilarious, by the way. It's like you have this triangle in the middle and it's thin wire with a little small head. Yeah, so small head, which because I'm using a hideous cable, and then fucking just destructor. Like I shouldn't have a thing that I could turn my phone over like that. Like a key fob is in there. No, it's bad. But let me tell you something. This one might be my favorite sounding one. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm legitimately going through HP3s and they're slightly more enjoyable headphones than the 361s, but holy fuck. This is the closest thing, sounding wise, to some of the desktop amps that I love. Like the Burson, like the Singzer, like the fucking Walev and Topaz. This has got a thing, it's got a quality that I can't put into words because it's my job to put things into words, and I just wave my hands around and point at anime girls and go, ah. This does something. Like the third thought, because it's the first time I'm listening to this shit. It's some of these I've used and some of them I just fucking haven't. Like that thing. What the fuck am I getting? But the third thought that came in my head when I plugged this in and started listening to it was, well, I guess I'll take this on my laptop everywhere. That was it. That was the thought process. Because I'm like, okay, yard sale, got to get these guys off a yard sale. Never selling this. Third thought. First thought was this kind of feels kind of nice. It lacks the sharp features. I wish it had a detachable cable, but it's okay. But, again, is it because I'm wearing HB3s and they're working as intended? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the winner of this showdown. If I fucking just throw it, okay, this one's gone. You put you in a pile up here. And this, you're definitely not part of the group anymore. You go there. But this fucking thing, this almost deserves its own review. Like THX or this, it's this. For just enjoyability. I'm sure if I A-B'd them with the exact same playlist, I mean, this is the exact playlist I was listening to the other one on. But this is different headphones than I was listening to that one on, because you can't, I could listen to these if I changed wires or I adapted it down to standard, and then I listen. That's a tremendous piece of gear. That's a tremendous piece of gear right there. This is why my job is fun, because it's like, okay, I kind of know what to expect. Yeah, THX sounded kind of like I was. I'm real impressed, but I didn't think the little triangle. And we are 70% volume balanced into this. It's so clean and clear and warm and all that bullshit that's like, I don't want to say tube-like, because that would have been the other ones that are a little more wonky. This is not wonky enough to be tube-like, but my fucking God. You put this to my phone onto these HP3s, and you put this in a box, and you tell someone it's a $1,500 portable player, they're going to fucking believe you. They're also going to wonder, why the fuck did you put it in a box? Why is it in this shoebox? Why do you have women's shoeboxes, Dan? Oh, man. Yeah, no, this is, you know what? Let's do something I haven't done before. Let's plug into the other two with this unit, because that's how good this unit is. Yes. Fucking, yeah, okay. Ooh, right, the fucking, I mean, these are $1,100 headphone, but I mean, still. I'm impressed. Oh, okay, unplug that. Let's go to the Amazon Music. Shuffle, play. I can tell how poorly recorded this song is. Next. Yeah, no, this is the best Dongle DAC so far. I didn't do this with a THX, so I was like, oh yeah, I know. This is thought shit. Pasta, if you're watching, why is thought shit explicit on your playlist? Just want to know. Because I love it. It's my new jam. In fact, this is all it's going to play in my pickup truck. I'm going to lift it to like 200 feet in the air and just... Yeah, no, this is the winner of the shootout. I'm hoping this thing is under, like, again, I'm not looking up, it would be too many web pages to fucking type it. I can't do it. So when Zeos watches this and puts out the names of all these fucking things, he's then going to look it up and find the prices. Because I don't even know prices. I'm just judging them based on, you know, unitivity. I love this fucking thing. This fucking thing is WinRAR. That is WinRAR. You stay right there. Don't get out of my sight. You're fucking amazing. So now we have to switch to the two weird. There's only two. Oh, I can't test that one. Oh, shit. Oh, I guess I'll just keep it running then. This one was sent to me by Ico a long time ago, and I was supposed. Actually, you know when it was sent to me? About 2 weeks before COVID started. And you know how I know that? Because this has a USB. It has a Lightning connector on it. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. My girl's got an iPhone. She'll be back from Canada in a bit. Fast forward through all of fucking 2020 and into most of 2021. Borders are still closed, America. America's keeping her away. America's keeping her away. This is how you breed terrorism. Fucking don't do that. Open the fucking Canadian borders. We need their maple syrup. This was interesting, and I love the idea. And I was like, oh, do you have one in USB-C? And like, we don't yet, but maybe we will. So I'm just going to point at it and be like, okay, so there's USB-C there to charge it. There's 3.5 millimeter there. That's an LED. This is an extendable, flexible Lightning. And then the back of this, you pick this up. Once you take this cover off, it exposes a 2.5 millimeter on top. Come on. Come on. Like Hammond from fucking Jurassic Park. Push. So you take this cover off, 3.5 millimeter at the bottom, 2.5 millimeter on top, a soft, literally a soft back, like leather. This is like wrapped in leather. It's not plastic. It's a soft, touchable. And then you have these 5 goo strips. Not glue, goo. And you're supposed to just goo this to the back of your fucking iPhone and then flip this up. And then you have a way to charge your phone with a USB-C, a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and a 2.5 millimeter headphone jack. I would love to hear this thing. As soon as Pasta gets to America, as soon as she crosses that border, open arms are going to go zoink. I'm going to steal her phone and I'm going to plug this fucking thing into it. Because I got to know. Because that system alone, the fucking retractable Lightning thing to fit in any case, and it's got the little hooks, and then the goo that's just like, but doesn't like glue, just it'll come off. This is gonna be amazing. I'm just telling you, it's gonna be amazing. There was nothing holding this on except for the goo in the back, and it was a little bit difficult to get off, but that's cool as fuck. This is the music patch from Ico. But now, so that happened, and it obviously didn't work out. I haven't seen them. I wish to Christ I made a USB-C one. So what does Hideous do to make that happen? Theirs is a little less conspicuous. This is leather-backed, USB-C just jutting up like a torture seat for someone to sit in. Sit on that. You've got up and down and on-off switch here. LED. Your power USB-C. Your 3.5 millimeter and your 4.4 Pentacon balanced. I have not plugged this into anything yet. Let's plug it into something. In fact, let's plug it into my old phone. Let's take the battery pack off the back so we guarantee it'll fit. Look how skinny this bitch was. Oh, it's sticking to the magnets. The magnets on my fucking Motorola. I did not think it would do that. That's actually too shallow. See, the problem is this doesn't move. So maybe I do need to put the battery pack back. Let me see. Or I gotta switch to my fucking Sony. Oh no, that'll be perfect. Oh baby. Oh, it's so close. It's just too thick. Thick. I hit play and no sound's gonna be out of the speaker. That's blue. That means we get to plug in all 3 headphones. You guys go over here, you take a nap. This is the last one. If you could leave already, because you're buying this, or you're buying this, or you're obviously buying this, or you're buying actually probably this, and then the other ones are like, I guess the advanced sort of like sits in the same category as the THX. Get all this white paper off here. It's going to screw up my camera's settings. So let's see how this sounds before we go nuts. Let's plug in. That's very, very unusual. That's the most unusual. So now, wait, what does volume button do? The volume button on this. So they know it's going on your phone, but they give you a volume up and down here that controls the volume on your phone instead of the volume on your phone. That's just madness. It's madness, hideous. MQA, congratulations. All right, that shit's gotta change to I don't give a fuck explicit. I guess I'll use these. I guess I'll use this volume. Loud at 80%, good. It's clean, clean. Not overly warm, not overly bassy. All right, let's try it on my Sony. I wasn't gonna do it, but I think it's gonna fit perfectly. Yeah, it fits perfectly. It's literally designed for my fucking Sony. Oh, it's not. She don't squeeze in through the case. She almost does. Wait. Oh, if I squeeze it hard, she does. I had to take it out of the case. From the bottom to the top. That's clean. It's a clean unit. I mean, it's the biggest. It's literally the biggest structurally unit we've got. Oh, yeah. All right, that sounds good. Let's take this off my head. I literally can't move because if I move, it's going to detach this because the fucking thing. Let's keep it US. Keep it 3.5mm and go with that. I'm a professional. Please don't try this at home. All right, we obviously need more power for that. Max power. Not enough. Not enough. It's not enough to power fucking argons. Oh, it sounds good, but it's not. It's literally, I am many decibels too low. It's not even close. We've had so many that pushed it. Pushed it. I don't know if this would push it, maybe. Ah, that sucks. Okay, so far. Take that off. So now the grand finale. So we get to put a 4.4 Pentacon. Oh, we have it maxed out, don't we? Lower. By the way, they have the negative next to the switch and the positive between the two buttons. They really should put the positive on the top so that I know that positive is top and then that one's negative, because that could be either one. If you don't know that it's a switch, just saying, that's poor graphic design. Let's see if I can get lucky again, because this one has wires on both sides. Oh, no! Oh, I got lucky. I broke my phone. Oh, did anything crack, baby? Yep, she hit right there. Okay, that was a bad, dumb move by Zeos. I thought I was good enough. I would actually have to take it out of the case to have it be more safe. So let's do that. There we go. Now it clicks in. That was bad. That was, if you could clip YouTube videos, which I think you can now, but oh, fuck. Wake up. Daddy needs awake time. Go. I'm distraught. I gotta cover it because I gotta type in my code, because apparently I tried it too many times even though I didn't. Drop my phone for this. Not worth it. Hashtag not worth it. It's all right. The floor is made of concrete. It's fine. It sounds good. It sounds good. You're never buying this. Because it doesn't have the space. It's not, look at it. It's literally balancing on the fucking USB-C. there's no way to mount. At least this one has the goo. This one's lacking even the, like, what is the, how? Oh, wait a second. That's their hideous player. Oh, they don't want you to put this on your phone. They want you to put this on your hideous player. Hideous player. I could see it. I don't have a hideous player. This was just a bonus and me dropping my phone for no reason. I'm looking at you. Can you see? Can you feel my eyes as I look at you? Yeah, I feel my eyes too. So yeah, no. I just wanted to try this fucking thing. It's good for everything but argons. It sounds great. It sounds great. You know what doesn't sound as great as this? This sounds greater than this. In fact, if I just pause that music, unplug this whole shit, put you back in the case because you're $1,400 fucking dollars and I didn't get one for free. Apparently all YouTubers get like a fucking Sony phone for free. I didn't get one. Apparently I say, fuck. How much? You're Japanese, Sony. Look at my wallpaper. This is what you want. Send me a free phone next time. I don't get paid jack diddly when I show this on screen. Better. Just better. It's just better. It's a better fucking, this is the best thing I got. Okay, I'm done. So yeah, let's line up the winners. You are not one of those winners. You were okay, but you're sharp. These are the ones that you should probably consider owning in any sort of form or fashion. The THX Onyx, I don't have to sell you one. Everyone's jerking off. Literally expelling semen onto it. You know about it. The advanced one, if they still make it. Again, this is one of those ones that just stuck around for like a year and I didn't actually talk about it. I didn't know how the fuck I'd find it. Advanced dongle, I guess. Wow, don't look that up on Google. It's gonna be a fucking nightmare. The ICO. This thing, the ITM01. I feel this. I feel this for the wide, warm, fun. I like the detachable cables. I like the buttons on it. Again, only one here that actually has functional buttons on it. So you can leave your phone in your pocket and you don't have to turn it on. I want to just, if I was going out, I'd probably take this one unless I'm sitting specifically to watch something, then I'm going to take this. And this is a little warm bastard and I enjoyed it. This one's too enjoyable and too nice feeling. Like, I just like the way this feels as a dongle DAC. It's round and it's got a light and it says MQA. Fuck, it says MQA. I like this one. This one's the hideous S3. So how many hideous do we have? We only got the one hit. So this one of every company? Yeah, the THX, the Advanced, the ICO, a hideous made it to the table. And then the fucking, this DD Hi-Fi is the king shit of all things. I'm going to put this back in and then I'm going to put this back into, like, I guess, this one just because. And I'm going to play on that. King of Dancehall. Yeah. So those are your choices. Are there more? Oh, you fucking bet they are. There are so many more choices, and I'm just not looking forward to it about as much as I'm looking forward to the 53, 54 IMs I have to somehow listen to and then bring a thought to my head. Plus this fucking stack. Oh, God. 54. I think it's 54 IMs. We'll get to it. It'll all get done. IMs won't be a thing. The world will be tossed into its second or third fucking pandemic by then. But we'll get to those IMs. Because I need to put them in the yard sale because I got to pay my fucking bills. Now, for this video, I will link to all the ones I reviewed. And I will put put like a star next to the ones that are on this table. And put like 2 stars next to this one. I hope it's still for sale. I waited so long. Yeah, double or triple or 15 fucking stars for this little DD Hi-Fi. I'm gonna have to plug in. See, here's the thing. If it's not actually balanced and it just has the convenience of balanced wires, I still wouldn't put an adapter on it to try to use 3.5mm. Because if it is running the power to 4 conductors, you really can't combine that into a usable 3.5mm. You can't. So don't risk that. I mean, it's cheap and I got it for free, but so I should risk it, but I don't want to risk it because I love the fucking thing. So yeah, links to everything. That wallpaper that's been, I didn't know what I was gonna use it for, but it makes perfect sense because see, the phone and this, they kith like that, and then it sounds great. So wallpaper in the description. Patron and subscribe stars see these reviews early. If any of these are left, that's who's getting them, a patron. One of the many patrons will just get this. And what else do you get for $5 a month, Zeos? Sell me on this shit. Because $5, that's like a Wendy's salad. Actually, how much is a Wendy's salad? I think that's $7. Fuck, am I selling myself short? Am I cheaper than a Wendy's salad? $5 a month gets you see access videos early. Behind the yard sale, you get, wow, my words. Get into the monthly yard sale where I sell shit like all this shit that I don't need all this shit. In fact, I got 2 of the Onyx, so one of those will definitely be in a yard sale. And if it's $150 and you bid $71.93 and you win and I pay shipping because content in the United States I pay shipping, you spent $5 to save like $100 and save like $70. It's pretty good. It's pretty good fucking savings if you win, but you got to win. Yeah, so see reviews early, participate in the yard sales from the first 10th of every month, and then get access to the now Sound Demo Oasis, where all the sound demos that have gone missing off YouTube because lawyers are uploaded and happy, and I will continually fucking update it with all the new sound demos. So I'm still putting them on YouTube, but if you want the uncompressed, lossless versions of that audio, they're in the Sound Demo Oasis channel. That needs you to be a $5 patron. And then if you want to be a $10 patron, then I'll answer your questions. It's become a thing where I can't answer everyone's questions via, you know, Reddit and email and Patreon messaging. It's too much. But if you're on my phone in Telegram and I can read it and other people can read it and respond, and then I can hit a button and talk to you by leaving you a voice clip to answer your question, I will answer your fucking question. So for $10 a month, which is definitely enough to get a Wendy's salad, but not 2 Wendy's salad. Wendy's salad, maybe meal? Is it a Wendy's salad meal more than $10? Maybe I'm selling myself short. Anyway, for less than the cost of Chinese food, that's for shit sure, you can be in the $10 a month patronage chat, and that applies to Subscribe Star or Patreon, whichever service you want to use, because some people have problems with Patreon, morally. But you go in there, a bunch of good people that'll help you out, guys, some girls, actually. Princess Pasta's in there if you want to ask her any questions directly. And yeah, I'll answer all your questions there. And that place gets wiped every 3 months, and you have to make sure you maintain a good patronage. And then Hi-Fi Guides in the Hi-Fi Guides forum. I don't believe there's a Dongle DAC section. I don't want there to be a Dongle DAC section. There's too many Dongle DACs, and we all need to just pick one. So here's 5. See how hard this is to do? Well, actually, if I was going to include all the ones that are possible, I still have to put this there. Zeos, make sure you put the Apple dongle there. Because the Apple dongle is just simply the cheapest fucking thing on earth. It's $8, and it's not bad. But everything here, the other ones that I read, are better than it. But none of them are $8, so there you go. Anyway, I'm done. I've been Zeos Pantera. This has been like a 54-minute video. That's an hour of dongle. Don't look up that on Google either. Don't. I'm fucking warning you. Oh, you're doing it.